Yo, as always, like, share, subscribe. Now let's just get into it. Now I wasn't planning on jumping on here, but I kind of felt like talking about these games a little bit. Now, first game, I guess, Ohio State, Oregon. And I had, who was it? And if you want me to do a video, the quickest way to get me to do a video is to say something wild in the comments, because I see them. And I had, I'm not sure his name, but he said something. I said Happy New Year, and he's, Ohio State beat Oregon. You said two safeties high. It didn't work. Ha, ha, ha. Boy, that ain't got nothing to do with Happy New Year. I wish you a Happy New Year. And here you go, trying to troll. Boy, you ain't getting no troll points against us. 13-10, boy. Care if you beat Oregon? Beat us. Coming over here trying to troll. Boy, ain't no trolling over here for you, Ohio State. You better beat us, then come troll. I don't care if you win the championship. You don't get no troll bragging rights over here. I don't care what I say. But Oregon ran Oregon ran some too high. But I said that's the best way for you to have a chance. I didn't guarantee. I don't speak in absolutes. I didn't say if Oregon runs two safeties high, they're gonna beat Ohio State. They're gonna shut them down. I say that's the best chance for them is to run too high. But Oregon honestly looked so out of sorts from the beginning of the game, pretty much to the end. And some of that's because of Ohio State. Well, most of that's because of Ohio State, But they were so out of sorts, they didn't really have a chance in that game. You know what I mean? Ohio State looks locked in. Like, they look locked in, And I'll get into the Texas OSU matchup when I talk about Texas and Arizona State. But Ohio State looked locked in. Will Howard was locked in. Jeremiah Smith is a monster. He's a physical specimen. He's a stud. Will Howard was turnover free, locked in. As a team, they were just locked in. What was Will Howard? Was 17 to 26, 319. Trey Henderson was toting that thing. Are y'all still mad that he puts God first? Are y'all still mad about that? Quinshon Judkins was toting it. Ohio State just steamrolled them. Like, honestly, and this is my opinion, it looked like the rust was on Oregon a little bit from Ohio State. Playing Tennessee, then playing Oregon, and Oregon's had about a month off. They looked a little rusty. They did. Ain't no excuse. And I'm sitting back smiling just a little bit. Dan Lanning doing all that talking and showboating during the regular season, dummy. You ain't won nothing. Winning that Big Ten champion. When you have national championship aspirations, doing all that clowning in the regular season, it don't mean nothing until you get that ring, doggone idiot. Now you done got destroyed in the Rose Bowl. Oh, but you were calling timeout. Are you not entertained? Beating a bad Michigan team. Now you was over there celebrating in the regular season like you won the championship. Now you look stupid. Does it make sense while I was saying he was stupid now? But people, I like that. You like that? Do you Oregon fans, do y'all like it now? Celebrating regular season wins like you done won a natty? Do you like it now? All that clown stuff. Now you looking stupid. Ohio State blew your doors off, boy, in the playoff when it mattered. All that clowning. So, that's for Oregon fans and Dan Lanning. I knew that was going to come. I was hoping Ohio State wasn't the ones to do it to you, but oh well. But Ohio State was locked in. They were getting a pass rush. That was my big worry for them was, can they get a pass rush and make Dylan Gabriel uncomfortable? And they did, because if guys weren't getting open at first, he'll sit back there. You know what I'm saying? But they weren't getting open, and he couldn't just sit back there. He was running for his life, whether it was Tyleek, whether it was Jack Sawyer, whether it was JTT, all of them. You know, the defense was flying around. You know, so Ohio State was balling. Hey, I ain't got nothing to say really bad about them. From offense, defense, special teams, they was balling. They kicker, he kicking good now. I don't know what happened. That boy kicking them right down the middle. So, you know, hats off to Ohio State. I'm hoping Texas can beat them. I ain't gonna front. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm hoping Texas take y'all out, but boy, they looking locked in. You know, they looking locked in. All of them. You know, can't point out anyone that is really looking like a weak point right now. I'm still holding on to Will Howard as a bonehead. It's still there. But like I said, that don't mean he can't win a championship. That just means he'll make bonehead plays, and you never know when they might come. But he's playing well right now. You know, getting rid of that ball, throwing it up to Abuka and J.J. Smith. So shout out to him. I don't want to say shout out to Ohio State, but whatever. You know, I'm not happy about y'all winning, but it is what it is. You know. But they destroyed them. I mean, what else is there to say about that? You know, Dan Lanning doing all that talking in the regular season, doing all that regular season win. That boy, you would have thought he won about 4 championships in the regular season. Boy, you ain't done nothing. We've been there. 2021, we had been there. That regular season, boy, when the playoff come, that's when it's time to show up and show out. You'll learn. You learned the hard way this year, boy. The Ohio State embarrassed y'all. That team out west, you can kiss that goodbye. I was saying if y'all beat them, y'all could have called. They should have called y'all team out west. You can kiss that goodbye after they done kicked your doors in. Sheesh. But let's see. The other game was Texas, Arizona State. Now this was a game. Texas came out, got up 14. Then they go into halftime 17 to 3. Then they got up in the third. It looked like it was over. But Bo Scattero, woo-wee. Now that's a running back. TJ Kinetic, sorry. That's the best back. Prisoner of the moment? Yes, I am. That's the best back. You talking about Heisman, get on my back? When it matters the most, get on my back. That was him. Yeah, that's him. Because Texas had that game dead to rights. And whether it was Bo Scattero running hard, whether it was him throwing a pass for a touchdown, like a 40, 50-yard touchdown, he caught a like a 40-yard bomb. You know what I'm saying? Not a screen. No, he caught a bomb. Throw it deep to me. Yeah, I'm stocky, but I'm gonna beat him. Get on my back. And nothing was easy for him. That Scattero put on a performance for the ages, kind of. It was close. If they would have won that would have been just ridiculous. In this game, 30 carries for 143, 2 TDs, long of 33. He was their leading receiver, 8 receptions for 99 yards, a long of 62. This dude was a dog. Then he was 1 of 1 passing for 42 yards and a TD. Oh, baby. That dude is balling. Genty who? Genty ain't that. We're talking about him against big-time competition. Not that what he was playing in the regular season. We're talking about big time. I make big plays and that's it. Shout out to that man. That was something to see. If you didn't see what went on in that Texas Arizona State game, that's an instant classic. Go watch it back. So he gets them to battle back, and honestly, Arizona State got cheated. They had the ball with about a minute left. They were driving. I think they were on the 40. They're on 45, maybe the 50, and their quarterback throws a pass. Levitt. He throws a pass and it's targeted. It's obvious. It's blatant. It's targeting. It's straight on helmet to helmet targeting. They go look at it. This isn't it. You really didn't even need to look at this. You could have looked at this for a second and been like, yeah, that's targeting. By the rule, he's out of here. And they say it's not targeting. Basically because they know Arizona State gets that 15-yard penalty, they're about to win this game. They're about to hand it off to Scattero for 3 more times and get a few more yards in this ball game. And they didn't want it to be that easy for them. They didn't want it to be that easy for them. You know, of course they wanted Texas against Oregon or Ohio State. They don't want those Arizonas, like they don't want those teams to get it. They cheated them right there. They did. You know, I don't like to say that stuff, but that's what it was. They cheated them. That call should have been called. It was targeting. It is what it is. But they battled back. Texas's field goal kicker. It looked like Ohio State's kicker from the last few weeks was on Texas, and he's missing field goals. You know what I'm saying? But long story short, they go to overtime. Arizona State, Scattero, they score, and then Texas comes right back on 4th down and scores. 4th down, Quinn Ewers hits the pass, and they score. And then in the second overtime, Texas scores again and gets the 2-point conversion. And then when Arizona State got the ball back, they threw a pick. Their quarterback, he's nice. He's going to be a future star, Levitt. Levitt's going to be a future star for Arizona State, so the future is looking bright for him. But that was an instant classic. You know me as being an OSU hater, I had a feeling Scattero was going to go crazy because he was doing this. He was doing this before the game, and I found that very odd. I've never seen a player do that before the game, so something was like, this dude finna go off. I've never seen nobody like he's getting like he's getting energy from God or something. I'm like, this dude is wild. But and he definitely went off like that. But my problem was, and he was getting IVs, like he was done. A lot of Arizona State's team, they were gassed. They put it all on the field. You know what I'm saying? Because you had that break, like Texas played 10 days ago. So the teams that had that break with the bye, it almost hurt them because they're not in shape like they should be, and the other team is. You know what I'm saying? So they were running on fumes. If Arizona State would have won this game, I think they would have got steamrolled by Ohio State because it takes a certain amount of time to recover from a game like that. You know, where they gave everything. Scattero, he gonna need 2 weeks. Not 10 days. He would have needed a full 2 weeks to be back to normal because he left it all and more on that field. Shout out to Arizona State because, man, they fought back. But Texas didn't do. They got a kick return early, a punt return. They scored early, and they got the lead, and they couldn't really get their offense going until the only time they really got their offense going is when Arizona State would make it close, and then Texas would kind of answer, and then, but their offense didn't look that good. Their defense, they was flying around. It's just Scattero. Shout out to the Arizona State's offensive coordinator. He just found ways to get him the ball, and he showed up like the best player. Like he said he was that dude, and he showed up, So it's one thing to get the ball. There's another thing to get the ball and execute. We trust you to do a halfback pass. Okay, it's on the money. Boom, touchdown. We're going to run you deep on the fly. Oh, he beats him and makes the catch when, makes a great play with the coverage. So it's one thing. So he was just on another level, honestly. But Texas' defense seems pretty good. They seem pretty locked in. They match up well with Ohio State, which is interesting. The problem is I'm not sure Texas's offense will match up, is playing well enough to consistently move the ball against Ohio State's defense. So we'll see. But that was an instant classic. You know, the fight and the struggle that Arizona State, and to see somebody run their mouth and it's looking like, oh, you ran your mouth and it's gonna end bad for you. And then he starts to back it up and then starts to really back it up. It was something to see. That was a classic. Scattero is a dog, and that's some heart. And Levitt is a beast. Levitt is a stud too, the quarterback. He actually reminds me of a young J.J. McCarthy. The way he moves and escapes the pocket and things like that. Like he's a stud. But yeah, what was Quinn Ewers? Quinn Ewers was 20 of 30 for 322, 3 TDs and a pick. You know, he threw that pick when Arizona State was trying to make their comeback. But Matthew Golden, he was stepping up for Texas. He had 7 catches, 149, a TD. He was balling, you know. So we'll see how it goes. The matchup is set with Texas and Ohio State. So we'll see that. Tomorrow we got Notre Dame and Georgia. The game was postponed, rescheduled to tomorrow because of, you know, the tragedy that happened. Thoughts and prayers. Everybody in New Orleans, you know, dude ran over those people. So, you know, it's crazy. Just crazy times we live in. But, yeah, so thoughts and prayers to all those people. But, so we waiting on the other matchup. Penn State, who Penn State's going to play, you know. I mean, the Penn State game, dude, we really need to talk about that. Like, yeah, I mean, come on. It really wasn't much to talk about with that one. But let's see. Let me look at Penn State real quick. Penn State, Boise State. I mean, come on. You know, Penn State shut down Genty. It was a wrap, you know. That's what we all expected. They shut him down. Now, if they would have found a way to use him like Arizona State was using Scattero and different ways to use him like that, who knows how it might have turned out, but it is what it is. Hey, Scattero got the bragging rights right now. That's the best back. That's the back. That's him. He's him. I mean, that's what it is, you know. But that's what I got for this one. Michigan, we ain't in the playoff. This a playoff video, so, you know, we ain't talking about Michigan on this one. We talked about that on the live yesterday, but that's all I got for this one, y'all. Just wanted to touch on the playoff games in Ohio State, Texas, you know, looking good. And I need y'all, Texas. Go on, finna get them out of here. So that's all I got for this one. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, go blue.